and gentlemen of all ages, boys and girls. Thank you for tuning in to yet another episode of Angry Meat Production. We appreciate you coming in and letting us be a part of your lives week in and week out. We hope to do our best to present you with something that your eardrums delight in. Whether you're looking at us on YouTube or Rumble, or listening to us on Spotify, Google, or Anchor, or any of the other podcast services that we are currently on or trying to get on. We thank you. And if you don't mind, at the end of every episode, stop by, leave us a comment, leave us a like. If it asks for 5 stars, we'll take 5 stars, even if you don't like us. 5 stars are what it's all about. With that being said, we hope you enjoy our attempt to make our advocation our vocation. Ladies and gentlemen, let the games begin.
Welcome, Angry Faithful. Today on What the Hell, me and Chris got together and we're going to talk about the happenings on United States right now in the news.
There's stuff happening. It's been so quiet, uneventful. It's just kind of boring almost.
Okay, there's another thing that man, I'm gonna have, if I ever see Richard Angry Cops, Richard, you a high,
yeah,
I'll either a hug or something, man, because I don't like to pull the veteran card on my show. Johnny does it all the time. You do it all the time too. But I don't like to pull the veteran card because, I feel like I didn't do that much, even though as a cook, I gave food out and I did morale stuff. But it's just one of those things. People did more than you.
Oh, same.
I
said I was peace time. I didn't even get out of the country. So yeah,
I got out of the country.
I don't crow about it all that much.
But Washington Post decided to put a but in their hey, we should support the veterans and their benefits, their benefits for losing limbs. Maybe we should consider that in the budget.
Yeah.
I should get money for, getting blown up or.
Listen, if you make over 100 and what was it, 117,000, 170,000 that it was, if you make over that they would cut your benefits out.
Yeah, that was that's the original plan.
If you're making that much.
Even the VA, which in hindsight, most people that talk about the VA talk about it like it's trying to get like water from a rock on certain instances.
Listen, I'm going to be one of those because they denied me
again.
They denied. Well, this was the round one. I need to go back on it, but they denied me. And in the letter, it literally says, yes, your injury was service connected because it's all over my military medical records. So like, yes, your injury was service connected, but there's no evidence that it's a chronic condition, so we're not going to pay you. And my response was, you didn't even examine me. So how can you say it wasn't chronic if there was no exam to go with that? You literally just looked at my medical records from 20 years ago and said, nah, it's not chronic. Really? Because I could show you a 5-minute examination would have showed you that it's chronic. It's still there.
They did that the same thing with my dad. Because they have them on Tramadol and for back pains.
Mm-hmm.
And the doctor goes in and was like, he was thinking, it was like, oh, you're just on this stuff to get pop pills, blah, blah, blah. And then he took a look at his back stuff. And he was like, holy shit, your back's fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
And he's
trying it all.
Sorry. He's like, I'm sorry. I was like, yeah, I keep on dogging my dad for this because he doesn't pick up his feet, but I know why.
Well, yeah.
And I can hear him from a mile away. which is ridiculous. But that's the thing with a lot of stuff, and I keep on telling people this, that the doctors see so many people, and their percentages of people that over abuse like medical stuff is just, it's like 80% that over abuse it.
Oh,
But
100%.
you have that 20% that just wants to get fixed, and half the time that 20%
Have to
don't
be
even
like
go to the fucking hospital.
old into going. Exactly.
And I'm one of those people.
Mhm.
It took three people to convince me to go to the hospital for my kidney stone.
Like I
Because
said,
I was literally, I had tears in my eye from the pain. And they're like, why are you here? I gotta go to work. I'm a dumbass.
exactly.
Glum from punishment.
That's the thing. And that's what, like, it's all the time. How many stories have we heard of people that like failed out of basic and then get 100% because of PTSD?
Yeah. I had a guy,
Yes.
he
But
he's a comedian, and he does like t-shirt sales and everything. He's got like 60%. He's like, yeah, you can get it for this. I know a guy that this. I was like, no, I'm good, dude. I can work. I was like, well, you can get extra money and get do this. I was like, I'm not gonna suck the teat of the fucking government, dude.
mhm.
Even though, I might. I was like, I don't get VA
I
money.
looked at it that way too. But I mean, dude, you earned it. Like, you put your time in, man.
Yeah, I know.
I
It,
was the same way.
it's
I was the same way. Like I said, 20 years. It's been 20 years. I had got out in July of 2001. And I just last year finally put the paperwork in.
mm,
So
yeah. Well, did you see the live feed of Stormy Daniels? They pulled out Stormy Daniels to do speech.
I couldn't stomach it.
Well, she needs the money because she still owes Trump, like,
100 and what is it?
$40,000.
370 something thousand.
Now it's like 600,000 or so she owes Trump.
That was no. You're right. You're right. Because it was he paid her to 100 something thousand to shut her mouth, and she's like, "No,
Well, technically to have a hole.
no."
He wanted her to see if she can do the oral sound for a long periods of time.
Yeah, just this. God, the whole thing is just.
It's like finally they have something to talk about Trump, and that's the only thing that gets kind of and I know why they're doing it.
It's not even a crime either. It's an accounting error. That's literally what it is. It's
Okay.
an accounting error.
In the
And
state of New York, way they do business practices and everything, it is a felony. I looked it up. In the state of New York.
it wasn't a felony even just a few short years ago.
Okay.
Otherwise, Clinton would be sitting in fucking jail because she has done, and they've documented it. She was doing the exact same thing while in New York.
Here's the thing about the whole shit show that we're having right now. This stuff happened in 2017.
Yeah.
The statute of limitations 5 years.
Yeah.
So technically, he shouldn't even fucking be there. I'm not saying that.
That's
him off on something like this.
Is I know that he is doing all this and he is putting up with all this. He hasn't been fighting it outside of court. He is waiting for the day in court because he and his lawyers are going to go fucking ham bone on the entire system. He's salivating for this. I know for a fact he cannot wait to get into this. I cannot wait for that. I am dying for this to actually.
I'm waiting for that too.
Because this is going to be great. It's going to be awesome.
I'll get some fucking popcorn for that shit.
Oh, absolutely.
But
put that on a big screen because I want to fucking just enjoy the whole thing.
Did you hear the latest news on this case? And this just dropped like Tuesday. They took a month off. The grand jury, it was already. Oh, it was pre-med.
I'm waiting for that too. I am waiting because they leaked grand jury testimony. before the indictment was even read. That's a felony. That was out of the office. That is the same level. It's a Class E felony. It's the same level felony that they're charging Trump with all of these.
Yeah.
The exact same fucking level of felony. But he's okay with that.
Yeah.
It's so blatant that they're just cherry picking.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. Foolishness.
That and the whole thing of weaponizing the IRS too, with that and the journalist. Oh God, hold on, let me get his name right. Fuck, I just blanked out on his name. IRS. Weaponizes budget.
Yeah, I know. I've been watching. What's his name? Jesse Waters has been breaking it down, especially on TikTok quite a bit. He's had some really good breakdowns on that as far as explaining what is is really going on.
Yeah, and also Dan's doing a good time too. Holloway.
Dan Holloway, yeah, always has fucking good info on there.
Yeah,
I just love hearing him rip into any government official that's being stupid.
Oh yeah, he's a mad genius. Okay, IRS targets American journalists. They don't got the Jim. Even okay, yeah, I should play over. I don't know. You know what? I don't fucking care.
A journalist behind the Twitter files says the IRS paid an unannounced visit to his home. Listen to this. Matt Taibbi claims he was testifying in front of the Select Subcommittee on the Weaponization of the Federal Government when the IRS made an unexpected visit. So, was he targeted? Kelly O'Grady is live in our West Coast Bureau with the details. Hi, Kelly.
Hi, Aisha. Well, that's the question, right? An unannounced house call already raises eyebrows. The IRS's own website shares most contact is initiated through the mail, but on top of that, the timing has many questioning the real motive. So the visit would have taken place on March 9th, strangely right in the middle of Taibbi's testimony on alleged government censorship. In a letter to House Judiciary Chairman Jim Jordan, the journalist claims an IRS agent left a note requesting he call 4 days later. He was later informed his 2018 and 2021 tax returns had been rejected over identity theft concerns. So regarding that 2018 return, Taibbi asserts the filing was in fact accepted over 4 years ago. As for 2021, Taibbi says it was rejected twice despite his accountant using an IRS provided PIN number. What's more, he claims the agency has admitted the inquiry is not monetary related. So with these issues surfacing the day Taibbi testified, critics are demanding answers. Chairman Jim Jordan sending a letter last night to IRS Commissioner Werfel and Treasury Secretary Yellen calling the circumstances incredible. Quote, in light of the hostile reaction to Mr. Taibbi's reporting among left-wing activists and the IRS's history as a tool of government abuse, the IRS's action could be interpreted as an attempt to intimidate a witness before Congress. Taibbi tweeting this, I don't want to comment on the IRS issue pending an answer to Chairman Jim Jordan's letter. I'm not worried for myself, but I did feel the committee should be aware of the situation. Now, the Select Subcommittee now demanding the IRS hand over all communication regarding that House visit. The deadline to do so is April 10th. No comment yet from either agency.
But yeah, that I got from Jim Jordan's YouTube channel. And it was from Fox News. Just to put it out there, I gotta do my due diligence. But yeah, Tabbitt going against, like, he's just doing like Twitter followers. And mind you, he's a Democrat. He blatantly is like, yeah, I'm a full on Democrat, but you know this is happening.
Look, weird is fucking weird, and being visited. It's like they said, the timing of that during his fucking testimony, that's strong arm tactics. 100%. That is toe the fucking line or pay the consequences.
Yes, which is ridiculous. Especially, I mean, he had his tax stamp ID, gave it to the and you do that all the time when you use like H&R Block and shit like that. I mean, I had to find mine to do my TurboTax one year,
Right.
because I had to be really, really cheap. I was really, really broke. It happens, poor people problems, you know. But and this goes in with Trump's arrest. He's indicted. He's not arrest. I mean, no, they took his photo and fingerprints.
Right.
So he did arrest.
So he is correct. Yeah.
But now they and I hate to say this.
They made sure he didn't get the purple.
I'm trying to be partial. Unbiased. Yeah. I'm trying to be unbiased. I'm trying to be the point of reason to where, well, maybe they're doing it like this because of this. Maybe they're doing it this because of this. No, they're weaponizing. I mean, it's not like news. It's not new news.
Right.
But nowadays, because of social media and how things are handled now, you're able to see how weaponized the government tries to make things. This is like McCarthy era 1950s Red Scare. Okay. Where and people are like, why do you care about this so much? There's a little thing from 1960s to 1950 called the comic book code.
Mm-hmm.
The reason why that comic book code was established was to verify, hey, we're not doing anything wrong, because Stan Lee had to go up against Congress. Stan Lee, the man, rest in peace. But anyways, he had to go up against Congress, and they were like, well, all the study, this is so ridiculous. And he made like a very good argument about this. They're like, well, all the boys in the boys' homes, which boys' homes back then were basically the troublemakers, juvie hall, whatever.
Right.
Let's see if someone can beat the fuck out of these kids enough to where they actually do right. Are all reading comics. And that's the reason why they're like this. Well, Stan Lee took out the argument. It's like, well, do they all drink milk too? It's like, yeah, they drink milk. That's what they give them to drink for their dinner. Well, couldn't you say that milk causes the same thing? If a good percentage of the kids drink milk, milk is the cause of it.
Exactly. Oh, they wear shoes. Shoes are cut. Yeah, it's you're cotton picking and you're cherry picking exactly which statistics you're going to look at and
yeah, exactly.
Got to vilify something. But it's funny because you mentioned the Red Scare, and everybody made fun of McCarthy about, you know, the commies in the government, and now look where we are.
Yeah, we got commies.
I will say, look, McCarthy, I'm not going to go so far and say he was right, but he did it the very wrong way. 100%. He was completely fanatical about it, and that turned a lot of people off.
Yeah, exactly.
100% agree with that. But he was not necessarily wrong.
Well, you got shining lights when you put up a curtain. I mean,
yeah,
it's gonna happen. If you have like one of those shade things that you bring down the little, you're still gonna have a little bit of daylight come through. I mean, it may be dark as fuck, and you still have like little streams of light, which it's understandable.
But I also think that he saw what is happening today. I think he saw it coming. He saw the writing.
A lot of people that saw that coming. I mean, but
he just went and started blaming fucking everything on communism.
Yeah,
and that was incorrect. That was not the right way to go about it.
When you see a hamburger and you say that's a communist, that you're kind of in the wrong. You need to bring it back and try to
You mean like renaming French fries?
That never happened. What are you talking about?
Oh, freedom fries were absolutely not a thing at all.
No,
Nobody
because the
tried to
French wouldn't help us out with the Afghan war.
rename French toast. No, that was it was Iraq.
Okay,
They
that
didn't help in Iraq.
okay. Which God,
I fucking remember that, dude.
freedom
I
fries,
remember that
freedom
just foaming at the mouth at the word French, anything.
And so someone asks us like, how long is this gonna last? Probably about 2 weeks. Then they'll fucking give up on their bullshit.
Yeah, it's
But
just
I was
it's fun to hate on the French. There's plenty of other reasons to hate the French.
yeah.
Tongue
But
in cheek, it's tongue in cheek, people.
well,
I mean,
it's like
they're out revolutionating us right now, so you can't talk too much shit about them.
yeah, that's true.
I mean, they're in the
They're
street.
fucking
They're-
rioting right now because and they have a right to do it. I mean, from what I gather from a lot of people, it's like they riot for like bullshit reasons too. But now the government, like us, they're trying to save money because I hate to tell you everybody, we're going into a recession.
dude, it's gonna be worse.
No, it's happening right now.
No, I say it's gonna be worse than a recession
Yeah, it's gonna be
because of this oil thing and those what was it, the
what was that,
country, the member countries. I can't remember the organization that they made to
OPEC?
go. No. It was a new one. It was like Venezuela and
South American countries.
yeah, I for the life of me I can't remember what the name of the damn thing was. But no, they're going towards, instead of using the dollar to buy petroleum.
Oh no, OPEC's doing the same thing. So
There's an actual group that was created, that they created a smaller group themselves using the Chinese yuan.
yeah. So that's happening.
So
Yeah.
it's and I've heard
a lot of countries are going through that.
It's going to go as far as a depression, just because it's going to hit so hard.
Yeah.
Because so much of our currency is out in the world right now because it was being used for petroleum forever.
Yeah.
And that was the currency of choice in any of those trades. And now all this currency is just going to be out there in circulation.
Yeah.
Which is going to lead to hyperinflation.
I mean, I think there's still pallets in like Iraq and
there are.
Afghanistan.
There are.
Accounted for. It's like how many times?
We're talking billions of dollars just sitting on a fucking pallet. Yeah.
No, there's not billions. There's a couple of trillions, I think. In my mind, I think it's a couple of trillions.
Well, yeah. The thing coming out of Iran, though, has been like they've been counterfeiting money forever, trying to economic terrorism on us. That's nothing new.
Yeah. But no, it
does anything, but it's nothing new.
I was talking to someone, they were talking about, we should go to a socialism state, and Vaughn, who's a Navy vet, he was a master chief, and we're talking about it, and his wife's Cuban, and he was like, man, fuck these motherfuckers to talk about. Her dad got arrested for having two, and I had to have him tell me this twice because I wasn't understanding. He had too much meat in his freezer, so he got arrested.
Yeah.
That's where it's coming around to. And
where do you get this meat from? How can you afford this meat?
Yeah, exactly. What a lot of people don't understand is at first it seems like, they're getting rid of the higher ups, the people that make the money and everything like that. And what happens is, it's like at the time, farmers had a lot of money, where they had the prospect of people's minds. They had a lot of land, so they had a lot of money, which they didn't have a lot of money. Farmers usually don't have that much money.
They're the poorest rich people ever.
Yes.
All of their stuff, if they were to sell everything, oh hell yeah, there'd be a ton of money.
Oh yeah.
But it's all tied up in equipment, it's all tied up in seed and everything. Like it's 100% almost.
Which we can go on the seed that fucking pisses me off too. Now saying that, they get rid of what happened was they got rid of all the farmers. They gave the lands back to the people, but the people's part of the government, so the government owns that stuff now.
Mhm.
And they're wondering. It's like we said last episode where we referenced how the government, the USSR got collapsed because of grocery stores, U.S. grocery stores,
Mhm.
because they couldn't come up with the concept of, oh, you can actually have like food in your grocery stores.
No, your your citizens are actually fed.
Yeah.
Well, we're fed. A little too well fed, to be honest, but
Yeah.
that's neither here nor there. But that's also your right as a fucking American to do whatever you want.
Yeah. If I want to get it like a tray of bacon, I get a tray of bacon.
I have some bacon in my fridge too.
I had
I'm gonna just cook some fucking bacon tonight, just because.
just cook fucking bacon.
Because I can. I might even take my shirt off and cook it that way, just because I can. There's a little visual for
Videos and photos, dude. I need some material for later on.
You need something for the spank bank.
Yes, yes, yes. I do.
Mm-hmm.
God, I keep
I'm going to start an OnlyFans where it's just me cooking bacon in my fucking without a shirt. That's going to be my entire OnlyFans. Just me.
I would at least have an apron on.
Nope.
Fucking, you keep on having grease burns on your fucking chest and you burn up your fucking chest. Don't come up crying at me.
Yeah. You underestimate how padded I am.
I'm not saying padded. I'm saying it'll still fucking happen.
No, I'm saying I got enough chest hair.
That's the reason why it's like, oh, I'm gonna cook bacon.
Be a little bit exposed, but that's about it.
I had this guy. He told me he's gonna cook bacon nude. I was like, sorry about your penis. He's like, what are you talking about that? Just sorry about your penis.
Bro, come on.
And he comes up the next day. He comes up with the next day. He's like, dude, why didn't you warn me? I did, but you didn't listen. I thought you were joking around. Why would I joke around saying sorry about your penis? Man, that fucking grease kept on hitting my fucking dick. I was like, yeah, exactly.
Either he's super tall or his stove is super low because
it bounces, you stupid fuck.
That's where you get a little bit closer. You change the angle of the dangle.
Or you wear a fucking at least an apron.
Poor planning. Nah, you don't need that.
Fucking goddamn.
I 100% could go over there and cook bacon naked right now, and I wouldn't get a drop on little Chris.
Which reminds me,
my boys would be okay.
If you think about it, here we're below average because we're 5 inches, or you're a little bit bigger than me. But if we go to Japan, we're like rock stars.
I'm saying, and we're all taller. Well, I'm taller.
Yeah.
Than like the whole country.
Yeah. You're about 5'5".
You might have an inch or two on them.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Yeah, I'd be a fucking giant over there. Are you kidding me?
You know what? Man, we went off the rails on this.
This is a what the hell? It's we go wherever the conversation takes us, man.
That is true. That is correct. You know what keeps on popping up on my feed now?
I want to, first of all, you're the reason that anything pops up on your feed. I just want to preface this by saying whatever is going to come out of your mouth right now, 100% your fault.
Tetris, the movie Tetris that's coming out, about how they.
I'm sorry, they're making a Tetris movie.
No. They made a Tetris movie. It's about how how Tetris. Because it was the most popular game for Game Boy.
Okay. No. I thought it was like a movie about Tetris.
No. Well, it's a movie about Tetris. The game, okay, developers and everything.
Let's see. Okay, so the background of Tetris. I thought it was going to be like the emoji movie.
It keeps on popping up my feed. The whole it's kind of like the founders for McDonald's. How they actually told the actual true story about how.
I've seen some pop up on from the founders. I've seen some of the clips like that popping up on my feed too.
But no, I've been seeing clips for the Tetris movie, and now I kind of fucking want to see it. It was the same thing with the founders. I ended up watching the founders only because I kept on seeing clips. That's the new trailers nowadays. They don't give you like they'll give you like clips of the movie, and then you watch the full movie nowadays.
See, I'd almost rather do that though, because the old school, like the trailers, like old school, they wouldn't give shit away. And then there was a trend there for a while where it was just you would give away all the best parts of the movie, and some of it, like it was like supposed to be this big dramatic moment. It's like, oh, I already know what happens because I already fucking saw it in the trailer. And then you kind of had the upswing of the pendulum on that, where you had Marvel during phase 3 of the MCU, where they would do misdirection in their trailers. So they would, like in the Infinity War, they actually had Hulk running out with the army at Wakanda.
Oh yeah,
right. That he wasn't even there. He was in the Hulkbuster suit. So
right.
That I really liked, because you had some misdirection there and it kept you guessing about the whole freaking movie.
Well, Disney started doing that, and a lot of people started copying that, and that's where the trailers nowadays barely give you information. They give you, it's like, do you like Batman? Well, here's the trailer. It just says the Batman. Yeah, we know.
Look, that's fine. Just listen. I would even just storyboard the fucking synopsis for me, because you're not giving anything away in the synopsis. Storyboard that. Just make it. Give me just enough to see if I want to see it.
Well, it took me like 5 minutes just to find out who the fucking villain is in most of the fucking movies nowadays. I mean,
Why do you need to know beforehand?
Huh?
Why do you need to know beforehand?
I don't know. It's just,
you don't need to know who's in it. You just need to know what it's about.
Fine.
Dude, that's having the villain reveal is part of the fun, man.
Speaking of villain,
I don't want to know everything going into it.
I destroyed a friend of mine fucking soul. It was during Force Awakens.
Yeah.
Movie or anything like that. And he kept on like making fun of me. I was like, dude, I'll ruin your fucking world.
You did not.
He kept it up. He's like, oh, you can't do anything to me. I'm a badass motherfucker. Han Solo dies.
You are.
Dude, it was so hilarious. So hilarious, because he goes up. He's like, there's nothing you could do to me to make me less of a man. I'm a man. Han Solo dies. Y'all know what? Fuck, what? What'd you just say?
What?
What'd you just say?
Han
Solo dies.
Oh,
motherfucker.
That's evil.
Ah, dude, he pissed me the fuck off. I know. I'm a nerd. I know how to stop a nerd. He's a Trekkie and everything. And
okay, that's okay.
Fine.
You gotta lead with that.
Yeah.
He's a Trekkie. He's not a real person. He's a Trekkie.
Johnny's a Trekkie too, and he keeps on doing all these Trekkie stuff. It's like, it's not Star Wars, man.
Listen, it's the wars.
You gotta respect the wars.
Did you watch the new Mandalorian episode
about the robots?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, such a good episode. You realize who was in there, right?
Really? Okay. It was Black and Christopher Lloyd.
This is what I'm talking about. Like, that's where it's so cool that you don't know anything going into it. You don't know who the villain is.
Yeah, because they don't put any kind of trailers or anything for those.
Exactly. I love that. I love it, because that was such a surprise.
It was. I loved it. It was great.
Although I've been waiting ever since Mando got captured and she killed that with the fucking Darksaber. I've been waiting for this moment, because I was like, dude, she won it in battle. I was
Yeah.
like, why are we not talking about this? And then,
Yeah, they brought it up.
hell yeah.
I was wondering about that because
That's what bugging me.
because she fucking
Spoiler
that
alert, by the way, if anybody hasn't watched, I know we're about 10 minutes too late for that shit, but
if I get a comment, I'll be happy, even if it's a hateful comment. You ruined my childhood by this. And I'm like,
how dare you?
watched? You watched? I mean, that was like 30
Listen,
minutes.
it's been a
You
few
had
days.
to like keep on going. That's
You about Force Awakens. That's no, you're past the statute of limitations on that. I'm talking about Mando.
no, yeah, that would be hilarious if we get a comment. I'm like, you stayed in for 30 minutes?
Please.
Did you fast forward or something? That would be my first question. Did you fast forward to that part? No, I didn't. I was just, yeah, kind of. I was like, oh, okay. Bless your heart.
You lasted that long. Oh,
That is awesome.
record of some kind.
Yeah, it is actually technically. I think I'm the only one. I have this in my mind. I have this in my mind that I'm the only one that fully watches these episodes. I do this for my entertainment.
So I'm not gonna lie. I have actually played some of these to go to sleep at night.
Hey, dude, I do the same thing with a lot of episodes.
Yep, I'll just put it on there and just let it run, and it'll on Spotify, and yeah, go to sleep with the sultry tones of.
So what you're saying is I put you in bed.
Yes, you were in bed next to me, whispering in my ear.
It's gonna be weird when I have to come down there and have to move your stuff and everything like that. Hey, my Spotify isn't working. Dave, could you were up all night. Can you just talk?
Come in my ear.
Can you read me this book? This is the Kama Sutra. Yeah, could you read me this book?
I can't see the picture, so you'll have to describe it in great detail.
Oh, did you see Broken Lizard's new is it a movie or TV show?
Movie.
I have to either rent it because a friend of mine stopped getting Hulu, so I stopped having Hulu. It's called Friends with Benefits.
It's called. That's not usually the benefit you get, but okay.
That isn't what kind of benefits do you get?
You're assuming I get any benefits. Yeah, outside your mind.
Oh, okay.
I am the benefit. Just being friends with me is benefit enough.
It is. I mean, I know I'm never gonna go cold in winter. Either A, you cuddle up next to me, or B, I cuddle up inside you.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, remember that tauntaun? What are you talking about? Don't you, John?
I do actually believe that I would smell better on the outside.
I thought they smelled bad on the inside or outside. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why I had to think. Man,
you smell better on the outside. Yeah.
Yeah. Why are you wearing Chris like a fucking overcoat? I was cold.
Because you told me to, Joe Sargent. God damn it.
Oh God. I still like the fact that it's like they're having this argument of Tom Hanks's best movies. And everyone's like, well, Forrest Gump. I was like, well, The Bachelors was pretty good. I like The Bachelors. Bachelor Party.
Yeah.
Honestly, that was
a good one. Big was good. Dude, he's had so many great movies.
I mean, I can't watch it anymore because I watched it so many times. Was The Burbs?
I don't remember that one.
They're living in the suburbs, and if I describe it, you'll get it. They're living in the suburbs, and they have this like weird people move in next to them, and Tom Hanks' character believes that they did something, they killed somebody or something like that. In the story, they ended up doing that. They ended up killing somebody, and they're just really weird people. And it just goes off of that.
Maybe. I don't know.
Money Pit wasn't his best work though.
No, it wasn't bad, but
I mean, I didn't like Castaway either. Castaway,
really,
yeah, I couldn't get into it. I tried, but I just couldn't do it. Because nowadays he's just coming out with movies just to come out with movies. It makes me feel.
well, that one. What's the name of it?
I mean, his cameo.
The post-apocalyptic one where he built the robot.
Oh, Felix or some shit like that. Flex. It's on Apple Plus.
It's something like that. Yeah, that one I've seen a bunch of clips showing up on my TikTok, and it actually looks like a decent movie.
You have to watch it. Well, I got Apple Plus, so we'll watch it when I get down there.
I got a friend. Yep.
Okay, whatever.
So I do want to. That's probably how I'll watch it. But yeah, that one actually did look good. And then what was the other one he did? The Greyhound, as the destroyer captain.
Oh yeah. I haven't watched that yet.
I haven't watched it yet, but it's on my list because everything I've seen about that, I've watched a couple of scenes and it looks amazing.
You haven't watched John Wick 4, have you?
Not yet.
I'm gonna get back on my
next weekend. Hopefully next weekend.
I've been getting back in my movie watching thing because I get like 3 days off and I fucking don't do anything. But
I'm right now in a.
Oh yeah, Ted came out today. What?
Ted Lasso?
Yeah.
Yeah, I need to watch. I haven't watched any of the new season yet.
That's pretty decent.
I love the show. The show is amazing.
Oh yeah, the show is freaking awesome.
I just haven't seen any of season 3 yet.
Yeah. But what was that other? I went to go see it. Oh,
Still haven't seen Cocaine Bear, and it annoys the crap out of me. I
Dude,
really want to go this next.
I think it's out
it's in
Prime right now.
Is it?
Yeah.
I saw it in the theater when I was taking the kids to see 65.
That's what you want to go see. Man, I need to watch that one. Man, there's so many movies that are coming out now that I don't want to see because they get it. It's what happens when it's like that video you sent us. Either you or Johnny sent it in the super secret group where the guy like ended up like popping the cork. He just blew out his whole intestines in the fucking bathroom. Yep. It's kind of like that right now with movies because they popped the cork last year and all the movies they saved up from like 2020 is coming out now.
Yep.
So
it's just you're getting the overflow.
Mm-hmm. Because there's a lot of movies that are just coming out. They're just shipping them out. Like, I mean, John Wick 4, that was a good one. Shazam was decent.
I still haven't watched the first one. I know it's on HBO Max. I need to actually just sit down and watch it just for the hell of it because I do kind of want to see this one.
I like the fact that they make them like kid movies, but they actually the guy that made like Shazam and Shazam 2 is the person that pretty much made Annabelle.
Really?
Yeah. And he's the what they're doing now. They're doing Marvel phases now, but the phases with James Gunn and the guy that made Annabelle, they're doing Gods and Monsters. It's that because the next thing for From what James Gunn said, what they're trying to do is they're trying to do all the stuff like what Marvel does is make everything one whole thing.
Right. Yeah, they've been trying to do that forever though, and it's just has not worked out.
No, because the animated fucking shit is like off the chain. Watch I finally got to watch Batman Doom of Gotham. It's an animated movie. I'll buy it on the Voodoo account.
Gotham. I haven't heard of that one.
It's an animated movie, but the animated movies are fucking off the chain. Because sometimes they put them out on HBO Max after a while, and then
There's so many animated movie, the DC animated ones on on HBO Max right now. There's a ton of them.
yeah, because they're really good.
Mhm.
And Bruce Timm does fucking wonderful. I don't think they should have gotten James Gunn. I think they should have gotten Bruce Timm, honestly, as producer.
Did I send you it? I don't remember if I sent this to you, but there was a TikTok that popped up on my feed a while ago of Kevin Conroy was talking about before they had Mark Hamill in there as the voice of Joker. It was Tim Curry.
Yeah.
And they were actually showing Tim Curry's performance against the animation, and then they had a little bit with Mark Hamill as a voice in there, and it's like, man, it's just 9 day. I did not like Tim Curry's take on it.
Tim Curry,
maybe because I already have Mark Hamill's voice in my head. Maybe.
I think that's it. I mean, think about it this way: whenever you hear Batman's voice, do you hear Tim Conroy's or
100%, it's Tim Conroy.
Yeah, it's Tim Conroy. Whenever you hear the Joker, I mean, even when they do like, it's like Danny DeVito. They asked him, was like, "What's your favorite Batman?" Oh, that's Michael Keaton. I was like, "Yeah, he's my favorite Batman. I like Batman. I did a film with him. He's my Batman."
Yeah.
But
So
when
bias there, but I just his take on it,
but a lot of people actually read his take.
It blew my hair back.
Yeah.
And he's insanely talented. Like he is.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
not away from him at all. It just his take on it in the moment just didn't do it for me.
Yeah. That's why I praise like Bruce Timm, because they have a know-how of the characters and how they're supposed to sound. It's like the 52-ish animated series they came out with.
Yeah.
The Batman there, he was actually a pretty good Batman. But I love Jensen Atkins as Batman right now. He's the voice.
What?
Yeah, Jensen Atkins is the voice of Batman for right now.
Jensen Ackles.
Yeah.
Soldier Boy from The Boys.
Yeah.
He's doing the voice?
Yeah.
Since when?
Well, he did Red Hood, and now look up. I don't know if I have it. I mean, I can see real quick. I think I have it on. I know the Legion of Superheroes one. The Batman had a cameo in it, but I gave you all my my Voodoo account so you can watch the movies. Let me see. I know it definitely it's on Max. Yeah, it's on Max.
If it's on HBO Max, I'll be able to find it.
Look up for The Long Halloween. Batman Long Halloween. Okay. That comic book series was great. But
I didn't know that he was doing the voiceover. That's actually badass. I would not mind seeing him actually play Batman.
Here's the thing. The way James Gunn said it, and he's using Jensen Ackles. God damn, I can't say the fucking name. They're using him as Batman in an animated series. So if they're trying to keep all the actors so they can play the ones in live action.
That'd be fucking awesome. And I know that he would want to do that.
Oh, he's already like I already tried to get like Captain America. I want to fucking do this.
Ooh, as Captain America.
Yeah, he put in it, but because of Supernatural, he couldn't do it. He was gonna play Captain America, but he ended up kind of playing Captain America.
He's he's like Bizarro Captain America.
Exactly. God, what's really sad is you've read the Boys comic books, right?
I haven't actually.
The Boys comic book.
I've heard it's pretty bad.
Oh, it is horrible,
Like they didn't even touch on half the shit in the show.
dude. Okay. You know how there was, I think it was in season 3, they had like a Russian mafia type chick.
Yes.
Okay. In the comics, that Russian mafia chick was a midget. But she was about that tall. You know how she died in the comics?
Ow.
C4 full of a vibrator.
Yes. Oh,
I was like, hey, isn't she supposed to be short? She died how I wanted her to die how she died in the comics. That would have been fucking awesome.
that would have been great. Are you kidding me?
Yeah. I mean, they did the same thing. They could have done the same thing in the comics. As they pan, they see she didn't like they didn't show her in the comics, and
Yeah.
shove it in there.
Yeah.
She turned it on and she went to town. And after she went to town, boom, biggest orgasm known.
I was like, come on, like that's where you're gonna draw the line. You had a dude literally run up a dude's penis and then expand and
Yeah,
horrendously kill him that way.
yeah.
Like you literally show him
The kill translucent with the enema.
Yeah. I was like, come on, guys.
Yeah,
I know that that's not going too far for it
yeah. But
because they didn't find that boundary.
well, like they do on a lot of stuff. They redesigned Soldier Boy because Soldier Boy was a fucking totally opposite.
Yeah.
In the comic books, he was a pussy. Uh, he was trying to get on this onto the Seven, so he slept with Homelander during the Herogasm.
Yeah.
So yeah, Herogasm.
I do need to find the comics.
I'll send. Hold on, I'll send you a link. You can do any comics you ever want.
Hell yeah.
That one. Fuck is that?
That was apparently on my end.
Yeah.
It picked now to update Adobe.
Yeah, just save this on your phone or whatever, and you can read it. It has a lot of ads, so you have to cancel a lot of them, but you can still read. That's how I keep up with my comics. But oh man, I was talking to a friend of mine. He's like, because he was trying to tell me, he's like, what's the most what's a good comic book series to read if you're like into like serial killers and everything? And I looked him dead in the face. It's like, I do not recommend you this comic book series, but I know there's a comic book series if you like serial killer stuff and you like reading that stuff. And he's like, yeah. Cross. Dude.
There was one that I've been wanting to find, and there was they actually made a see, you remember Telltale Games? They did The Walking Dead, they did Minecraft, Batman animated. Yeah, they did one of Werewolf Within.
Okay.
It was based on, and it's based on a comic series where basically the fables come through to our world.
Yeah.
It's like super dark, super gritty. Like you have fucking Beauty and the Beast were in like an abusive relationship with each other. I think she was
Where
a hooker.
Be- where
About that.
where Beast was the one that got constantly beat the shit out of. that would have been.
No, actually, it was the other way, right? He was beating the shit out of her because he kept losing his temper, and he would beat the shit out of her. The fucking sheriff, like the whole that was running all of the fairy tale creatures, was the fucking big bad wolf, and that was why the whole werewolf within thing is he was a sheriff. You had like the Mr. Toad, but they would have this charm or whatever it was that they had to take regularly in order to keep them looking human. Otherwise, pop it and they would start looking their fairy tale selves. And yeah, like fucking Snow White was a hooker or some shit like that. Like it was all of them had these completely different roles. It was super dark, very noir, and just the setting of the game is fantastic. But it's based on a comic book series, and I've been wanting to go and find that series because that would be really.
I'll look for it because I'm that interesting because I ended up reading as much as I don't like the man all too much, but Gene Simmons came out with the comic book
Gene Simmons, as in,
Kiss.
Interesting.
Well, he's a comic book fan. But the comic book is really weird because basically it's this hooker that ended up she was addicted to heroin, and then something happens. I think her pimp dies or one of the other girls die, and she goes on a tangent and vigilante kick, and she ends up kicking a heroin addict, go kills these people and everything. And after the end of the series, she ends up killing herself with a heroin overdose.
So I misspoke. It's called The Wolf Among Us.
With Among Us.
Wolf Among Us is the name of the game, and it's based on Bill Willingham's Fables comic book series.
That's DC Comics. That just came out. I wonder if this is the same thing.
It serves as a prequel.
I just saw that comic and was it this month? Damn it. Come on. Yes. Okay.
So it concluded.
Bellingham?
No. Fables was launched in July of 2002 and concluded in July of 2015. And then in June 2021, it was announced that Fables would be getting revived in 2022 with a 12-issue continuation, as well as a 6-issue spin-off, Batman versus Bigby, A Wolf in Gotham.
I'll send you the link of it, the latest of the comic book.
Yeah. So that was a miniseries.
Yeah. Okay. I'll send you. I sent you the home. Just go to the weekly comics and it'll pop up. But this is the actual comic that you're talking about. This is the latest issue.
That's one that I always wanted to go all the way back to the beginning.
Yeah, you can go. You go to previous chapter and go to one and just start up and go through the whole thing.
That's nice. See, that's like there's so many good comics that are out there that aren't mainstream. I always never know where to start with any of it. Like what would I like for my kind of thing? I always end up going back and just finding a bunch of trade paperbacks of Marvel stuff that I never had before. I always go with the safe options.
Well, I always confuse people because like the movie Road to Perdition.
Oh, Road to Perdition.
Speaking of comic book.
Yeah. Speaking
of was Two Guns.
Speaking of Tom Hanks movies.
Yeah, that was a good one too.
Great. Two Guns. Oh, with
Denzel Washington and Mark Wahlberg. They made the comic book. They made a sequel. I think it's Image Comics. The one comic book movie I want to see live action though is Man of War.
I'm not familiar with that one.
Dude, it's a cross between. There is really no cross between, and it's kind of a. He has an exosuit, so I can say Iron Man, but it's an alien exosuit, so it's more or less Guyver.
So it's
And
like a mechanical Venom.
yes, yes, yes. But the whole premise of the comic book, because they did like two variations of it, a modern one and the original. But what happens is he was the English peasant that got captured by these aliens and made him a slave, and and because of the time shift, they finally got released, or not released. They finally battled for their freedom, became free, and the Exo Man of War suit bonded with him, and then it gets into modern times after that. It's a I can send you the I'll send you the YouTube video of his origins, because it's very interesting.
Speaking of exosuits, I cannot wait for Henry Cavill's Warhammer series to come out.
I honestly can't either.
It's gonna be so good.
It is. Oh, the trailer just dropped for Extraction 2.
I saw that. The first one was amazing.
Yeah.
I cannot wait for the second one to come out, because you know they're gonna have to go bigger and better with it.
Oh yeah. I mean, you just watch the trailer and you're like, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit.
Oh yeah,
My man.
yeah. It's gonna be interesting. Nice to know that he survived that second, the first movie though, because it kind of almost left it up.
He
No,
died.
it did, because no, because it did show him at the very end of the pool.
On the
Right?
trailer, it shows that he was like, they mentioned is like, you died for such and such minutes and we brought you back. Type deal.
What movie am I thinking of then?
No, you're thinking about Extraction, because when he fell off that bridge, he was dead.
No, so there was I don't remember what movie I'm thinking about now, because distinctly remember just like a flash of them walking by a pool. It's not him. I'm mixing movies up again.
How it happens, dude. For a while there,
I thought for sure he had died.
you know, it's really sad. For a while there, you could tell me the trailer and I could tell you the movie.
I can still do that.
No, I can do that too.
Like, like not even knowing.
Or you could tell me the premise of the movie. I can tell you the movie.
Yeah, having never even seen the movie, I just go by the trailer. Yeah, I saw that trailer. That.
Yeah.
This person's in it.
I used to have my when I was working corrections, they would always call me up and like, hey Dave, there's this movie. It's this. Oh, it's this. Are you sure? Yes.
Did you watch it? No.
No. How was it?
I do that all the time.
I always do that whole. Did you watch it? It seemed all right. You know what game I ended up playing this weekend? When I got back from the gun show? Mass Effect.
Love it. I love that. It's funny you say that, because I'm actually replaying, I should say, Andromeda right now.
I started off with one, man, and it just made me realize if you don't do the side quest, that game runs fast as fuck.
Yeah, if you're doing just main story, it's pretty quick. You can do the whole thing main story 20 hours, and that's if you suck.
If you suck, it's 20 hours. I think
But I mean, I love everything Mass Effect, so I always have to go in and do all that. And actually, have you played the series through before?
Yeah.
Okay, so you have to do, in order to make sure your whole team survives, you have to do all of the side stuff on the second one.
Yes.
Because I cannot stand losing anybody. I always make sure I come out of there with 100%. I've never lost anybody in those. That's not true. My first playthrough thing, I lost a couple of people.
Well, from what they had, from what I keep on hearing, is if you save all the data from your each of the Mass Effects, it all correlates to the end story.
It does.
Playthrough.
There was my last playthrough that I did, because I got the Legendary Edition. There was one person in the very first game, and she's a side. I want to say Helen Blake, and she's like some pirate queen or something like that. I did not go and actually talk to her, so I didn't get any of her side mission in the first one. And I know for a fact that in the third one, she ends up being one of your war assets, and she didn't show up for me because I didn't talk to her in the first one.
Real fucking hell.
It wasn't until I was going through, I was like, why am I not seeing her? Fuck, I never talked to her. Yep.
Then you had to go bypass the game.
I didn't. I just finished it. Because by then I was like, God, I need to finish this already.
I honestly playing the beta of Diablo 4. I can't wait till that comes out.
It's gonna be a good one, dude. You know what comes out this month too?
What?
Jedi Survivor.
Oh yeah, that's right. Fuck. There's actually a couple of games that are coming out. Jedi Survivor.
It's on the 28th. I cannot freaking wait for that one, because I saw some gameplay and I saw some behind the scenes things, and it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good.
Another game that I can't wait to play again is Baldur's Gate 3.
I never did play any of those. Any of the Baldur's
Gate. It's Diablo. I mean, D&D did it first, technically.
Exactly. Like I said, the hack and slash is nothing new.
No, they're now they don't even call them hack and slashes anymore.
Yeah, you're just looter.
Looter shooters.
It's just
it's like Division 2.
Yeah, it's just loot porn. That's all it is.
Yeah, which is fun. I mean, I like the fact that I can change everything up. It's like if I don't want to do sniper, and man, you got to finish up and get 40 so me and you can game that.
I always get caught up doing other stuff. I stay and playing Stellaris for a while, and then I burn myself out on that.
Yeah. No.
Andromeda, I'm trying to get through that. I'm probably within 6 or 8 hours of beating that game.
I like it, Andromeda, because of the basic fact that you can build the bases. As a little,
yes,
a little bit of it.
Like the basic premise and everything was, I do enjoy the game. I do like the game. I like the lore, all of that.
You know what I thought about buying for this weekend?
Such a buggy game.
Oh yeah,
even now.
Yeah,
it's very annoying. I'm like, just get me out of this fucking thing. Why am I playing this?
You know what I thought about buying for this weekend? I'm kind of kicking myself not to do it, but I kind of want to do it. Rust.
Man. That's one of those, like,
out.
Listen, when it's good, it's good.
Yeah.
Until you run into that one fucking person.
Oh, yeah.
Biggest thing in any of those is that you have, like, I really wanted to be able to get into Ark Survival. I just know I'm going to get fucking griefed, and I cannot stand that. I don't want to be put in that position where I'm going to have one person that could just come and fucking grief me. That's why I stopped playing.
That's the only reason why I played Conan the Barbarian, Conan Exiles for the longest time. I had a team that was on with me the entire time, and we were on this one map, and we had it was they kept on stealing our shit, and we were like allied with like everybody else. They were the assholes of the map, and we kicked them off. It was like, you don't want to do this. It was like, give her shit back. I mean, we could get this stuff like stupid easy. It wasn't really hard. It wasn't. It was the fact that we had to build up. The I mean, me and Kai, we were just like,
it's like you broke all the shit. That's what pisses me off.
yeah, we're old men. We're like, you broke a shit. And they're like, there's nothing you can do. You got this. I mean, we found shit out because we went. It was like, oh, you're cheating. I'm like, how are we cheating? We build up our characters so powerful that we can whack you and literally bugs out the game.
Oh wow, nice.
Because I set everything up. Okay, Kai builds the stuff. Okay, he's the builder. Me, I figure out all the details of the game to get us the best gear.
Right. You just work in the mechanics.
Yeah. And that's what I did. There is this staff that you can get that regens it's supposed to regen your character of health. Yeah. But if you put it on a thrall, it makes them immortal.
Yes.
And I was like, Kai, put this on your thrall. It's like, okay. They literally banned this from putting it on thralls. You can't find it in the game anymore.
Right.
Anyways, I told him, I was like, put this on your thrall. He's like, why this one? It's kind of weak as damage. It's like, put this on for the damage, put this on your thrall, and let's go after these guys. He's like, all right, no problem. Well, we go after these guys. We blow up all their shit. We get in a thing. They finally show up. We're lagging the hall to hell, and we set the thralls to attack on sight. And they're just like, we can hear them over the comms. It's like, you're cheating. We can't kill your thralls. It's like, oh, really? Weird. Huh? Must be a bug. We're not doing the damage though. It's the thralls. They hack the fuck out of these thralls, and they just see the light go boop 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 boop.
Not cheating.
I'm not cheating. Someone's like, "Oh, you're cheating." I was like, "No, I'm just outsmarting my opponent. That's the difference."
Mm-hmm.
Not cheating. But we finally got him off the server, and one of the other clans that were alive. That's the thing about these games, man. The best friend, the enemy is my friend type Joe, and they eventually said, "We want to destroy you." Well, we kicked their ass too. We didn't give them all of our secrets.
Yeah.
We told them, it's like, hey, try this out. Okay. And then they were like, how did you get your thralls to be immortal? Your thralls are immortal. I was like, I don't know. It's just we just set it up in a certain way. We can't give out our secrets, so we can't so you can kill us.
Yep.
We built this place. Oh yeah. I love. Well, the thing is I love doing research. You know this.
Yeah.
And especially like doing research for the show and everything like that. And I mean, we go on tangents after a while, but
it's too.
I mean,
but yeah, no, that's why it was just, it's that griefing and all that.
If anything, I'll use
my mentality
is like, instead of doing PvP servers, I'll do PvE.
See, and that's what I always pick PvE. That's what I like about, like, yes, Destiny and Division are online games, but it's all PvE. So if I want to go out there and just ignore every other player, I'm just going to do my thing.
Yeah. And you can do the PvP stuff, and it's kind of fun, but it gets boring to me. I mean, even PvE gets boring. All the stuff really gets boring after a while. I mean, you're gonna get. But the thing I do like the most nowadays is, like, with the Division 2. The reason why I like the Division 2 series, it's repetitive, but they put new content, so you're always
have something to do.
trying to get that carrot. It's like this. I mean, it's easier for me because I know I'm a level whore. I will find a way to level up really fast. It's like the new season came out. You know, you can go 1 to 100 and get the season rewards. I get it within a week.
Yeah.
And a lot of people are like, how do you do that? I'm like, I got no life. If I had a life and a woman, maybe, but
This is what you can do when you're a virgin,
yeah, I know.
basically.
How did you get your kid? Turkey baster.
She extracted in my sleep.
Yeah.
Against my will.
Oh, I had this weird thought this week. I don't know. I know what reason why I was thinking about clowns. Because I was trying to do research on the Circus of the Damned, but there's no Circus of the Damned. I mean, there is a book called The Circus of the Damned, and it's Laura Hamilton. It's Anna Blake series, which is a good book. But the one thing I was looking for, because I found this TikTok thing about these clowns that went through the circus and killed people for satanic reasons and everything.
Yeah.
And do an episode about it. So I was researching it and I was like, man, I really don't like clowns. Then I was like, what if you're in like clown porn and you're choking the chick and she's in clown makeup? How do you use your color chart for choking? Because they're all full of makeup. You're likely to kill a fucking clown.
Gotta watch the eyes.
Well, what if you're doing a good job and their eyes roll back anyways?
No, I'm saying, well, no, it's panic. You choke till you see panic and then you let off a little bit.
I don't know. That kind of excites me.
You're a weird dude.
Oh, God.
I can't tell if she's not panicking.
There's people that listen to these episodes. Oh, God. I hope that's one thing. I'm surprised Andrea listens to her. I think she only listens to Psychosociopath episodes. But she does Failure to Stop Night Shift, which they're doing some really good stuff over there. But
you know, she she does podcasts. She knows it's not serious. I didn't mean any of it. I mean 100% of it.
You gotta understand. No. It's like what I try to tell people. It's like, well, you gotta understand. Me on the podcast, it's just me, just having fun and everything. I'm not like that in real life. He's really like that in real life.
This is the only time that you are real.
I'm telling you, that is
true. Not the real person.
No, I'm kind of like this up at work too, but I do it with like certain people.
What I'm saying in general.
Yeah,
you in general is not the real you.
If you first meet me, like when we first met, we didn't have like these real heart-to-heart deep conversations. We had like a little bit. I was like, I test people. I was like, hey, what about this? Oh yeah, no, yeah, that's strange, weird. My bad. Didn't mean that. And then
the first time we met, you did throw a "fuck socialism's" t-shirt at me, and I laughed. So.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I was like, well, I can smell my own though.
Well, I mean, driving a fucking tiger stripe wrapped Tundra with Black Rifle coffee all over it, but
it wasn't that. I just smelt my own. I can smell the nerdum.
I didn't even fart.
And it's called the dipstick. It's so loose back there. I just like I was going for a pinky. My whole hand went through. And I was like, I got your scent now, boy. I'm going to be able to track you wherever you go.
Steaks. So good.
That's another thing that I don't, because I was listening to Time Suck this week on, because I love cults.
Yeah.
And what they were the cult this week was this guy. He's almost as bad as Albert Fish with the feces thing.
Yeah.
And oh my God. At what point do you question what's going on?
As far as cult stuff, for me, it'd be the first fucking meeting.
Even okay, here's the thing. I might be susceptible. I don't know yet because I really haven't gone to those like cult things. But I'm always questioning stuff. It's like going to like I went to this one thing. It was a dinner for a mutual fund benefit. Get you to go in and make a mutual fund with this corporation.
Yeah.
And my one of my close friends, he was like, "Hey, go to this meeting and get a free food." I was like, "Okay," and see if you can get your mutual fund. And I was like, "I don't know about all this. It just seems culty. If it seems culty, it feels culty."
Yeah.
It's like, oh, that's the whole thing that we need to do. I mean,
how most of those pyramid schemes feel. You go in there and it starts feeling culty.
yeah. Well, the best con artist in Texas is Texas Pete. And I read an article in Texas Monthly, and I wish I could find the article again. I would send it to you. But he was a fucking outstanding man. He was a poker player. I mean, he played the World Series of Poker for a while, but he would do like cons. Like he would go up against a professional tennis player in ping pong, but they could only use like Coca-Cola bottles. The thing with Pete though is he would practice before he would do the thing. He would like months and ahead of time they're going to go after this guy or they're doing it on such and such day. So he would practice using a Coke bottle playing ping pong and he'd win. I mean, he put a dedication on his scams.
I mean, if you're gonna do it right.
Yeah. But he would I can't remember the other ones, but he had some really good swingers. And it just amazes me because he ended up being like well off where that was his job. He didn't have like a real job. He was just scamming people. And I don't think if you call it a scam, if you make a bet, it's more like he was I want to call him the last of the best gamblers.
As I say, that's just strategic sports betting.
Yeah. No, he was really great.
Yeah.
That's fucking badass. But I miss those type of things, man. Because as like a con artist, the best con you could possibly do, and this is just for all the listeners, so hopefully you don't get conned by this, is the best thing con artist does to get money off of people is not ask for the money.
They make it seem like they're not after your money and make you more likely to actually want to volunteer it.
Yeah. Well, the way they do it is like if I go up to Chris, it's like, hey, I just bought like a bunch of stock. Look at this car over here. I got a the new BMW, which is probably a crap car now. But I got like a Lamborghini. We'll go with Lamborghini. I got this Lamborghini today. Well, how'd you get that Lamborghini? What do you do? I was like, oh, just doing a couple of investments. Oh, do you think? I was like, no. It was just luck. It was just luck. And after a while, they keep on talking with you and copying with you. And the next day they go out. It's like, hey, listen, I got this inside track on some stuff. You wanna put some money down? Well, I already see that you made money. So yeah, go ahead. Here's $10 million. I make it 15, just to double up. I want 30. I want to get that yacht this year. That's how they do it. It's stupid simple how, and it's the same thing with any kind of freaking cult and everything. But what gets me, at what point in time do you figure out, like what this guy did? He ended up like putting feces all over his body and having like the chicks going, "Am I pretty?" And they would say, "Yeah, you're pretty." And they just kept this up. And they went like a couple of months after that, sticking with that cult. After the guy would like, oh man, it's just, and this is after they killed like a family. I killed a family of 5, I think. The whole cult did.
Wow.
Yeah. It's one of those moments she's like, maybe we should do this. Or if like Jim Jones goes up and it's like, hey, listen, I'm gonna need to hate fuck that gay out of you. I'm not gay. No. You got gay tendencies. I've been seeing you look at other men. You've been looking down at his crotch. Well, he asked me to look down at his crotch and see if his zipper was down because he was paying attention to something else. Not weird. What? That's all you have to do is say what.
It's not hard at all.
No, it's not. Well, we did an hour and 30 minutes, so I gotta get other stuff done. I know you gotta get other stuff done. We're supposed to keep this short.
Well, I mean, for us, this is short.
It is. Oh, me and you, yeah, it's pretty short. We go for like 5 hours.
Right. Mm-mm.
So sad. Oh, one thing, and I need to tell Johnny this, and I totally forgot because I was tired after that whole run for the weekend that I did. And I apologize. I was meaning to do this, and I'll do this on air so everybody can hear. So you have like recorded verification. Don't let Johnny know. But no, me and Kenny were talking this weekend, and I was like, because I got messages from, I was getting messages from either you or Johnny about something, and I was like, I'm fucking surprised that I have like, because we were also talking about our friends back in high school and how much they're degenerates, and me and him's the only ones that actually made something of we made something of ourselves, sort of. He's a little bit better off than I am because he's getting his master's degree for industrial maintenance. And I'm like looking at all the friends that I have now, and just if I needed to, I could go down to San Antonio anytime I wanted to and just, bunk up with you. Yeah, hands down. No question. I could do the same thing with Johnny. It's like, hey, Johnny, come down to Houston. Need a place to stay. Bam. Of course, same thing with me. Y'all come up here. It's like, hey, new house burned down. I was like, I don't give a shit if your house burned down or not. You don't have to give me a fucking sob story. I got a fucking couch. And half the time I would like, you know what? This is how bad I am with, not bad, but good I am with my friends. I was like, well, I changed the sheet and everything on my bed and everything, so it's not that bad. I'll sleep on the couch. I treat my friends like royalty when they come and visit.
Right.
It's just because, I was like, man, I can't believe he's sleeping on that couch. Go ahead and go in the bedroom. I don't give a fuck. And that's the type I'm in. I was like, he made me breakfast and everything. Man, I moved in. We're engaged now.
Save the date.
Yeah. But and I love you guys to death because of that. Not because you do it because you think you have to, but you do it because we've actually, and it's so strange as the friends that I come up with, and it's like, hey, it's really weird with some of the other friends that if I asked them, was like, hey, is there any way? It's like, no, I can't make that, man. I got stuff on this. But everyone that's considered my friend, like, can I see my schedule real quick? But I really feel horrible if I can't help you out, man. And I know they do. And I just wanted to put out my appreciation for you guys. I love y'all to death. I just can't believe that the great friends that I've had since, not even just starting this podcast, just in general.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
like I said, you can smell them out.
Yeah. I'm so, it's just, it surprises me. And Kenny had to tell me, it's like, well, there's good people out there, man. And I'm just glad that
I know.
yeah, he was like, I'm just glad we met up like when we were younger. And a lot of your friends would probably be the same way. But, I'm just really happy that we all met and we came together, even if the people that don't want to be part of the podcast or just friends in general and just hang out with you. I mean, I'm just glad I met my friends and everything.
Absolutely.
But yeah, we can cut it off of that on that. We got plenty of time on this one. I gotta contact Maria, our dedicated listener. See if she's doing all right too. But anyways, catch y'all guys later. Love you guys.
Laters.